Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another edition of Talk That Tech. The
Number one tech morning show in the world. Good morning.
good morning. So glad to have you with us this morning. Trying to keep it festive with the Winter Wonderland here. so having him here. We got OTTO in the building as well. Peace and blessings, brother. So glad to
Good
have you
morning.
on. Always glad to have you on for sure, man. So glad you're able to stop by. Oh man. Uh, There's a few housekeeping things we want to do for sure, but before we do that, let's just talk about our weekend, and then we'll get into the housekeeping stuff. Uh, but just want to say thank you so much for all the good stuff that you guys are doing, supporting the show, and we're getting close to our last episode of the year. So stay tuned. We want to keep you guys entertained as we move into the new year, but also let you know, hey, it's coming to a close in regards to the year, and hopefully we get a chance to chat it up with you and keep rocking with us for the rest of the remainder of this year. But with that
Yeah,
being said, man, how was your weekend? How was the weekend, Trey?
man. The weekend was pretty solid, bro. Not too much outside of the house. It was raining a little bit here in Texas. No snow like y'all, y'all be getting, and nothing like that. But it was pretty chilly. And then I don't know what happened. Today it says gonna be like 69, but yeah, it's been like in the 40s and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. I don't really like the rain like that, so I don't really get out in it. Saturday, I actually was just at home with the little one. Q had like three events to go to in the day, so she went to those, and then later on that night we had a Christmas party to go to, and so hit that up, had a good old time. Just visiting and everybody going crazy over the baby, that kind of stuff. And then Sunday, you know how it is. And then Sunday just went to church and then went out to eat with a group of family, man, and had a good old time there as well. And outside of that, man, I don't know, I had a little headache, so I didn't really do too much that evening or yesterday evening. And so yeah, I'm in the building, man. Went to sleep a little bit early, so I'm feeling good. Feeling good. How was your weekend, though?
Oh man, it was good. It was good. I ended up what I did was my wife had something an event to go to. We had a show. Thank you for stopping by the way. With Devin, who shared her experiences as a chief experience officer and others in regards to just what she used to speak at lectures and teach on, which is how to bounce back from failure, reframing it. And so it was really good.
Hmm.
Let me pause right here because we got Tech Coach Ralph in the building. He says, "Good morning. So glad to have you, Tech
What it do,
Coach Ralph."
man?
If y'all have not already, go ahead and subscribe to Tech Coach Ralph. He has a wonderful channel on YouTube where he breaks down some more technical things. As he's learning, you're learning too. So definitely check him out. And if you have not already, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe to Talk That Tech Show. That's on youtube.com, as you can see in the ticker below at Talk That Tech Show. Again, that's youtube.com/, at Talk That Tech Show. So thank you so much for rocking with us, Tech Coach Ralph. We appreciate you. Oh man, but yeah, in regards to the weekend, it was good. I did the show, got some, trying to do some just basic stuff at the house. But that said, you know what? This is a movie that came out on Netflix called Afraid, and it's Afraid with AI being highlighted. So, listen, y'all, I might spoil some things for you. I'll try not to, but if you have seen that show, Afraid, let me know in the comment section below, and we could talk about it. But basically, without trying to spoil it, they just had a lot of different themes in one regarding how powerful um,
AI.
machine learning can become. There were some parts of it that I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, oh, this they're trying to make sure this could fit all the stuff in about a 90 minutes. But yeah, otherwise, I think it was just in regards to the AI part of it. There were some things I was like, oh, this is they're trying to either is it trying to is it a fear tactic or is it more like a awareness of the potential of AI? So if you have seen that movie, let me know in the comment section below. Definitely interested in hearing from you in regards to that. So let me know if you've seen that movie in the comments section. But that was that's what I did. And then yesterday, my daughters reminded me. They said, "Hey, Dad, you said you were planning to take us out a couple weeks ago
Mm, mm.
and to the mall." And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna
I
stick
did
to
say
my
that.
word." Yeah, so I did do that, and the mall was closed. However, there was a Dave and Buster's connected to the mall, and so we went there and had a good old time. And we had a great time. So I'm like, I might need to do this more often, or I take them out to Dave and Buster's on the weekend. Um,
Mm-hmm,
it
mm-hmm.
wasn't even long; it was like for an hour.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, man. Those things go a long way, I'm sure. Like not even that long, not even a long amount of time, but go a long way.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, y'all, we have a jam-packed show for you today. We are talking about a lot of things from unfortunately hearing claims that Apple is spying on employees and also this AI race between Google and Microsoft where one of the CEOs called them out. And then we'll also dive into Grok AI chatbot and the potential it has in regards to the power and the presence of ChatGPT and how that's relevant to each other. But first things first, I want to also give a shout out to Text Giving Summit that's going to be happening this week. If you're not familiar with it, it's happening from the 11th to the 14th, and the 11th being a virtual day, but there's also other days that are a part of this as well. So if you have not, go ahead and go to textgiving.com, and then you can check out the Text Giving Summit there, where there's more information regarding the actual events that are taking place. So if you plan on going to Text Giving, let me know in the chat. We would love to even I would probably be there on one day, the 12th. So if you want to connect with me, then I'll gladly make myself available to you, and we can get the chance to meet and talk and chat and things of that nature. So let me know if you're going to Text Giving Summit. The other thing is we, as I mentioned before, we have and are featured on the Live Podcast Network. So if you are not familiar with that, there's a great place for creators who are in the space. So if you go to a Live Podcast Network, you're going to see our mugs on the website. Definitely subscribe if you want to support us, support the channel. That's one way you could do it by joining the Live Podcast Network. Plus, you get a chance to see other creators in various spaces on there as well. So the Live Podcast Network.net for yourself. If you want to check that out. So now that we got that out the way, without further ado, I would love to pass it over to my bro Trey to talk about some situations with Apple and its employees.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you have grumblings within the company, but I don't know if it's just me or if people have been also noticing the same thing. It seems like Apple may be imploding, man, or something like that. I don't know. They're not changing too much on the devices. They got different things coming out on them every now and then this year, and now this is another one. It's another one, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But anyways, Apple is facing a lawsuit, but not from like somebody outside. Like it's like, oh, I'm tired of Apple putting out the same iPhone. This is from a manager inside the company's digital advertising department. So from the inside, they're like, hey, I'm about to sue y'all. And still works there, getting a check. Anyways, he's accusing the Apple of spying on the employees. Okay, and the lawsuit. This is what it's alleging. Okay, it's number one is saying that they're monitoring personal devices and iCloud accounts of the employees even when they're off duty.
Mm,
Wild. That's some wild stuff. Number two, it requires the employees to install software on the personal device used for work, giving Apple access to emails, photos, and other personal data.
mm,
Number three, they're doing physical video and electronic surveillance of employees, including their home offices. And lastly, y'all, they're restricting employees from discussing wages, the working conditions, and participating in whistleblower activities.
Which he's
So
doing.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I wonder why. I wonder why. So the lawsuit is saying that Apple's ecosystem is not a walled garden. Okay, like it's a prison yard. Oh, he going in.
Mm,
He's
okay.
going in. Okay. Now Apple has denied the allegations, and they're saying that employees have the right to discuss wages if they want to, hours, and the working conditions, and that they receive annual training on their workplace rights every year. So they don't know what he's talking about. But anyways, y'all, apparently they're getting a large range of personal data from employees, like emails, photos, videos, notes, health data, location data, and smart home information. So they like they checked all the boxes. Like, we want all this information.
Wow.
And yeah, he's not having it. So we'll see what happens. The lawsuit is saying that Apple requires employees to install the software on their personal devices to access the private information. So I don't know.
Mm,
We'll see. We'll see what happens here. If this is true, which I don't know. Seeing the actions of other companies and the government and all these things throughout the years, it very well much could be true. Okay, you don't get to big dog status like this without having to give up some information, and I'm sure it's happening. I don't know. I think it's happening, y'all. I really do, and I think he's on to something, and we'll see. We'll see what's going on in the end.
yeah, we'll definitely see. And I'm gonna go to the comment section before I
Yeah,
reply.
yeah.
You got Tech Culture out that says Mitch is excited about this segment.
I know, right?
Yeah, he should be waking up with a smile on his face, is what I said. And then we have Elevate to the Unknown in the building. He said, "Good morning,
Hey,
fellas. So glad
Mr.
to have you,
Antoine,
Mister
Mr.
Wade
Wade.
himself." Oh man, yeah, he's here in the building, so we definitely appreciate
Good
that.
morning.
Oh, Tech Coach Ralph said, he says, "Are they requiring to install it if you use your personal device for work stuff?" Good question. Good
That
question.
so I don't know. It says employees are allegedly compelled to connect their personal iCloud accounts to the company, which allows Apple to get more data. Which, again, if I'm thinking from a psychological side, right? Like, when you just join a company like Apple, you're probably just so excited to be. Most people, now there's some people,
Hmm.
they see the game, they're like, but most people are probably so excited to be working for Apple that they're just like, oh yeah, whatever, like, just give me the badge with the Apple symbol on there so I can put it on LinkedIn, and not realizing, yeah, we about to be monitoring everything. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And that to me is a little bizarre.
it's excessive, bro. It's
Yeah,
excessive.
like why do you need that information? Why do you need me to have my personal account connected? I mean, like, yeah, that sounds way too far. Elevate says I watch you guys every Monday while preparing for my 6 p.m. show. Oh man,
Yeah,
he
that's
had
crazy. That's crazy to
CST
know.
time. Yeah, I didn't.
And
Yeah,
yes,
love that, man. Thank you so
It
much.
is it is 6 p.m. Central, man. Y'all gotta hop on there if y'all don't. I know some of y'all do because I see y'all in there. And we have a good old time over there too.
Well, listen, I'm going to start sharing that on my channel as well, the 6 p.m. show. So you might see that in the community tab, y'all. So definitely lock in. Becky says, "Hi, I'm Grok." We're going to talk about that in a few. Elevate the Unknown says,
Definitely.
"I love the topics." And man, appreciate you saying that. That means a lot,
Yeah,
again,
it does.
coming from you. Mitch, well, well, well. Smile on the,
Hey,
smile on the
hey,
face,
man.
ready to go. Oh, man. Oh,
Hey,
man.
it is what
Becky,
it is. It is
Becky,
what it is.
Becky she says, "Hi, Apple." Becky Jones says, "I don't." And then Tech Coach Ralph also chimes in there and said, "This might be a pump fake. You don't want to give us the info. Easy solution. Return to office."
Mm.
Mm, okay. Okay. We on to something. Something
See,
here.
see, that's why I like Tech Coach Ralph, man. He be thinking outside the box. sometimes you got to think farther down the line so that you
Yeah.
can really see what's really going on. That's a possible solution right there, man. That's a possibility for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, if you return to the office, wouldn't they still find ways to be that intrusive and find out more? I mean, as we all know, data is king. What's the easiest place to get it? From those that's
In
closest to you that
your home court.
you have power over,
On the
Uh,
home court.
and this is all allegedly, of course, but
Yeah.
allegedly, this is a misuse of power. Because people right now, it's the job market's the way it is. People don't. I'm not trying to necessarily move or kind of float around if they don't have to, because sometimes it might take 3, 6 months or longer to get back into the job. And
Mm-hmm.
we actually had a conversation with Before the Billions and tech coach Ralph about the same thing and his journey. It took him
Yeah.
6 months. A person that has a degree, a person that has the skill set and the experience to get back into his engineering degree, field, I should say. And great episode. So definitely check that out if you have not. But yeah, um, that there may be more to it. And you know what? For conversations like this, I'm gonna say it again. You could definitely call into the show, and I'm gonna drop that link. So if there's some things that are burning in your heart and mind that you want to share, go ahead and click to call into the show. There's a link that I just dropped there that you could get access to, and just let us know your thoughts about this topic or others in regards to the subject. But it's
I'd
too
be
much.
interested. I'd be interested to know where Amar Bakta is his name, the
Mm,
manager. I'd be interested to know like where he like when he came to the conclusion. Like, was it something, like
yeah.
what happened that he realized like, yo, y'all are spying on me and I don't like it.
Mm, yeah.
Or was it one of those things where, you know, somebody from that department, the spying department, is good friends with him, and they're like, "Hey, you know what? Now I got something to tell you.
Mm.
We've been watching all y'all stuff, man,
Ah.
and I'm tired of it, and
Mm,
I'm getting ready to. I wanted to let somebody know. I know you with the smoke, and
mhm,
you got the deep pockets and the connections to get it out there. So I just want
mm.
to let you know.
Well, listen, you made a good point earlier talking about how they've been having a lot of lawsuits and different things coming out about them from those from the inside. And OTTO made a good point that says Apple is tired of the leaks and the quiet quitting, trying to get ahead of it. So this is their way
Hmm.
of, could it possibly be their way of saying, hey, the more we know, the more we can decide, okay, this person is not doing their job versus this person is leaking information and taking things to their personal accounts. This is their way of protecting themselves. That's a good point. That's a good point. And Mitch, Techo Ralph said, "Bitch is for the people." I definitely am, Ralph. I definitely am. Yeah. So this is a conversation. Listen, if you guys have some thoughts on this, go ahead and call into the show. I guess the link has been dropped, so feel free to call into the show and let us know your thoughts about this particular subject as it develops. Because here's the thing, and this is one of the things that I kind of was thinking about when we were going through the show, is like they may not be alone. I'm assuming they are not alone. There might be other companies that have, similar tactics that we are not aware of. We may
Hmm.
be working for them. Who knows? So it's all about it's all about kind of questioning things for yourself and say, hey, have I seen something similar being rolled out that says, hey, sign X, Y, and Z thing here? Um, you know, I don't know, but yeah.
I wanted to go back real quick and see like has this happened before this year or were they all just like all different incidents? So
Hmm.
they've had several things happen this year going back to May of 2024. So May they had
Mm,
an employees at the Townsend, Maryland Apple Store, the
mm,
first US location of unionized. They authorized a strike over issues of unpredictable scheduling and wages not being aligned with the local cost of living. June 2024, two
mm,
females filed a Class A lawsuit alleging that Apple pays women less than men for similar roles,
mm,
challenging the company's hiring performance and review practices. October 2024, the U.S. National Labor Relations Board accused Apple of imposing legal workplace rules that deter employees from discussing pay and equity and work conditions.
Mm,
That's the same, including restrictions on Slack and social media use. Oh, so they done got in and encrypted the Slack so that you can't even talk about it. November 2024, the NLRB intensified the scrutiny on Apple's employee relations, alleging that the company suppresses discussion about pay equity and forces an engineer to resign after she circulated a wage survey.
mm. Wow.
And then we have December, Amar Bhakta. So yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, interesting stuff indeed. Indeed. Mitch said, y'all looking nervous about Apple. Been trying to
Who
tell y'all. But hey,
who is
what
who
do
is
I
y'all?
know?
Who
I
is y'all, Mitch? I told you. Yes,
We're
yes,
telling you now.
yes. It's okay to participate when you have stocking companies and stuff like that. But listen, man, I told you. You see that? Can you see it? I don't know. You probably can't see it.
Tony.
Listen, listen, man. I'm an equal opportunist. Okay, I got stuff. I got stuff all around here. Apple is not the only thing in this house. I love Apple, and they've been great all around, and especially when you have the same, like all the your ecosystem set up is very
Yeah.
easy. But
Mhm.
ultimately, hey man, sometimes you gotta keep those options open when it comes to this technology, man. You never know. Somebody might get it right.
Yeah.
Somebody might get it right.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about living in a society where you get those choices. Like we talked about last week, the DOG trying to strip Google of what they have. It's like, why? There's other options
Exactly.
out there. You choose what you
Exactly.
want. Let the consumers have an option to do so. Tech coach Ralph said Apple is going to say we don't have this. We're going back to China. We don't want to. We don't. They're like, forget this. We want to have complete control and dominance.
Yeah,
Let's
buddy.
moving operations elsewhere. Mitch said, "Ha." Mitch said, "Trey, you were not on trial. It's all
Oh, I
good."
know.
LOL.
I know. I just had to let you know. I had to let you know.
Oh man. Well, listen, y'all. This is not the end of the conversation. That's why we have the call-in link. If you want to call in
Hmm.
anytime to talk about any subject that we're talking about, you can do so. So go ahead, and if you are interested in chatting about any of the things that we mentioned in the show, go ahead and call the link and let your voice be heard. We want to make sure that we hear from you. But we are going to move on to our next segment, which we love, which is the bulletin board. This is an opportunity for us to share different events that are happening that you may not be aware of. It might be even in your neck of the woods that allows you to get access to networking opportunities, to get access to uh, even employment opportunities, depending on what it is. And so you always want to keep yourself active if you can. And so we're going to talk about a few events that are coming, and it's be really quick, y'all. So if you want to find out more, go to blacktechglobal.com. Again, visit blacktechglobal.com for more, so you can find out, so you can see all the different things that are going on. But I'm going to read through them real quick. A couple of things that are happening for the remainder of this year, and then we're going to wrap it up. As I mentioned earlier, Thanksgiving is happening from the 11th to the 14th. The first day is a virtual day, so you get a chance to be a part of that if you want to. Then we have Black Tech Saturdays Detroit meetup in Detroit, Michigan, which is $0 for that. Brothers Code 24 in Los Angeles, California, starting at $0 as well on December 14th. Then we have December 18th to the 20th, GovTechCon Mission 2024 in Arlington, Virginia, starting at $300. We also have on December 19th, Diversitech Connect Philly Mixer in Philadelphia, PA. That's $10. And then last but not least, we have December 19th, Black Tech Link Holiday Toy Drive in San Diego, California for $25 starting. So you want to check out all these events and more at blacktechglobal.com. See what is in your neck of the woods that you might find as, I actually could participate in that. Because you
Aha.
never, yeah, it's like an aha moment.
Sounded like Braxton off of Jamie Foxx. Aha,
Oh,
Broham.
aha. Yeah. If I gotta watch it again to make sure I could match his pitch. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
absolutely. Like you definitely want to see what is in your neck of the woods. And my goal again for 2025 is to see how if I could get at least to one event every quarter, if not every month. Month might be a little hard for me with my family and schedule, but at least one every quarter. Then that I think I've done a good job because it
Hmm.
really does
Hmm.
change the game. Hey, wait, stop the presses, stop the presses. We got Ty Smith in the building. You might meet Joseph at Thanksgiving, he says. And you will definitely meet Ty there because he's actually speaking this year. Congrats
Hey,
to you, Ty.
hey.
Gotta clap it up for you. He's actually going to be speaking this year at Thanksgiving. Definitely connect with Ty as well. He has so much wealth of knowledge and information. He's just an all around great guy. So, Ty,
Hmm.
thank you so much for, man,
Great
joining
people.
us at the
Great
time of the
people.
day that you are in your neck of the woods. So we appreciate you. Thank you for everything, man. The things that people don't even see. Thank you so much for it. And yes,
That part. That part.
yeah, man. The 12th, we're gonna definitely be. I'm definitely be rocking out there. By the grace of God, if I can make it. Then we have Tech Coach Ralph saying the FTC is planning to go after Microsoft. Oh man, if things could not get worse. I mean, hey, listen, they had
They going after him. They going after him this year, man. All of them.
all
It's
of them,
crazy.
man. This is the year of exposure, they say. Like, what's going on? Started with Cat, it's ending with Microsoft. No, but but a real conversation that kind of leads to what we're talking about next, which is this AI
Yep.
race with Google versus Microsoft. So this is a little bit different because it reminded me of a quote from Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban says, "Listen, every day I'm thinking about the competition. There's not a day that goes by, an hour that I'm not thinking about the competition. So it's real in these tech streets. It's real in these corporate
That's
streets
it.
where it's like, listen, gang, gang, Google, gang, gang,
No,
Microsoft.
it literally is gang yang, man. And
Yeah,
they behind the scenes, they be going at it. It just so happened this one kind of, leaked out to the front. You go and talk about it, man. Go and talk about it.
yeah, no, let's talk about it because this is it's funny to me, but hey, you guys know
It
as
is.
well, it's
It is
real on these
hilarious.
streets. Google CEO Sundar Pichai has issued a bold challenge on Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, so excuse me for pronouncing that wrong, proposing a head-to-head comparison of their respective AI models. Oh, this might be a real thing. This might be a show. Speaking at the New York
I'll
Times
take it.
Deal Book Summit. Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh man, the Google CEO stated, "I would love to do a side-by-side comparison of Microsoft's own models and our models any day, anytime." That's fighting words right there. Like, listen, they're like, "Listen, let's do it." This is like a rap battle in tech. Uh, so
Revenge of the nerds, man. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
oh man, but the challenge comes in response to the CEO of Microsoft earlier commenting, questioning Google's positioning in the AI race. So they're already talking smack to each other. In March, uh, Nadalia has said Google should have been the default winner in the world of big tech AI race, acknowledging Google's resources, but implying that they had faltered in their AI efforts. Oh man. So Sundar from Google said, "Oh, really?" He defended Google's AI capabilities, emphasizing that the company's investments are in AI are paying off and driving success, particularly in search and cloud divisions. He also pointed out that Microsoft is using someone else's model, referring to their partnership with ChatGPT with OpenAI.
Ooh.
All right, so they're like
Ooh.
throwing shade at each other. And the rivalry between Google and Microsoft in the AI space has intensified, with both companies investing heavily in AI capabilities and integrating them into their products and services. This face-off highlights the high-stakes competition in the tech industry, particularly in areas such as cloud computing. Which again, you hear that word? That means like get into that industry. Cloud computing, search
Hearing it a lot.
engines, and AI innovation. As the AI landscape continues to evolve, both companies are preparing for future developments. Pakai mentioned that Google is getting ready for our next generation of models, quote unquote, and predicted that, quote, elite teams will stand out, end quote, in AI space by 2025. So that's next year. He also hinted that at significant changes from Google search in 2025, stating that they will be able to tackle more complex questions than ever before. Awesome. The challenge from Bakai sets the stage for an exciting showdown in the AI industry with both tech giants vying for supremacy in their rapidly advancing field. Let me say
Going
something
down.
real quick. This makes me excited. If you're not working for an AI company, now's the time to work for one that is really kind of making noise. Because guess what? In this race, they're gonna be buying a lot of people. They're gonna be like, "Hey, what do you do that you're good at? Okay,
Give it up.
yeah, I want you." Because now when you got something so public being called out, there is going to be an intensity and focus on, okay, how many areas of AI can we? I mean, this is my opinion again, and all of this is alleged, even though we have some quotations here. But but like, how many different companies can I snatch up to bolster our AI efforts? Because they just said it here. This was actually mentioned um, about Google that they're getting ready for our next generation of models, right? But elite teams will stand out in AI in 2025.
Yeah,
Does that mean
elite.
elite companies that we bought? Does that mean that we're going to be hiring for great talent in that space?
Probably. Probably all of
Probably
the above.
all of the above, man. And so I'm gonna go let you talk, Trey, but I want to go to the comment section real quickly because this is hilarious. Tech Coach Rouse says, "I think Ty might be a robot. He doesn't sleep." Uh, Mitch says, "We were talking about Mark Cuban on Saturday. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, hey, he had a great point." The Tech Coach Rouse said the real winners are the DOG at the end of the day. The Department of Justice come for everybody. The government is just getting
That's a
involved
fact.
now.
That's a
Tech,
fact.
Tech Coach Ross said this is like when Mark Zuckerberg and Elon was going to do an MMA fight. Uh, yes, in this case, the choice was words, right? The choice was words. And so Operation Take Over says Warriors come out to play. Oh man. And Ty Smith was laughing at that as well. But I'm gonna let you chat. I'm gonna let you chime in, brother. I just wanted to kind of go through the comment section there and get your
Nah,
thoughts.
nah, man. Very short on this one. It's one of those things where somebody leaked it out. I'm sure, and it was like, oh, they asked them the question, but they asked them on record, and so now they were able to put it out. But I know all this stuff happens all the time behind the scenes. Um, that secretly they all want they coming for each other's neck, and so
Mhm.
this just happened to get out, just like Ralph was saying with the last one with the fight. Um, this one just happened to get out, but ultimately it's showing you what they're focused on, number one, but then two, um like who they're trying to win. They want to be at the
Mhm.
top, and so they're doing everything they can, which is good news for everybody, the
Yeah.
consumer. When they're going at it like this, then that's when things start innovating. That's when new things come out, better things come out. So it's good news, but also a little funny, like none of these dudes are come on now. It's all words for sure, but they're fighting with their brains, so that's all good. We love to see that, but we know, they're not really gonna do it. They're not really
Yeah, I like the intellectual swords play.
gonna
And
do it. Oh
I
yeah,
think
for
that
sure.
yeah, I think it's definitely helpful for us because one of the things they mentioned also is regarding the Google search. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I almost forgot about I almost stopped going to Google search after ChatGPT, other tools that I've been using because I felt like I was asking uh more questions that are more complex that I wasn't getting the results from Google.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they're saying, no, we're gonna boost that up. It's gonna get better. And it got a little better as well because of Gemini. And just being able to type in and then get an AI response that is a little bit more comprehensive, that really kind of meets what you're looking for. Um, and Tech Coach Rouse says, as long as they make my stock prices dance, he's like, clap, clap, clap for that. Hey, I'm not mad at you for that, for wanting that
Turn
as
it
well.
up.
Yeah, turn it up.
Turn it up.
But yeah, I think for me, if they could bolster the things that they have, like the Google search and Bing, then
Not
that might be a
being
good thing. Hey, who knows? Bing might be the new
okay.
by
We
rising stock. Who knows?
It's possible. It's possible we might all move back over to Bing, but highly doubtable. I forget about Bing, man. For
Yeah,
for years at a time. For years at a time, I forget about Bing.
What did Tech Coach Ralph say? Bing is there so that you can install Google Chrome. So, but yeah, I mean, hey, there's different opportunities in the space, and I would love to see healthy competition like that. That's why I'm not a big fan of the DOG breaking up Google. Let the healthy competition be there. Otherwise, you're gonna get subpar products. So
Well,
that's my
maybe that's what they want, man. Maybe that's what they want. Subpar products. Okay,
thought.
let's break
Terrible
them up. Let's give everybody the participation. Okay,
trophy.
yeah.
You get a medal and you get a medal. Not in this case though, but hopefully that's not the case. But listen, y'all, I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. This is a call-in show. So if you want to call in the show to share about any of the topics that we're talking about today, or if there's something that did pop up, I know that Tech Coach Ralph mentioned about the DOG, and we started talking about that as well. So listen, this is a call-in show as well. We want to make sure that you understand that and know that, and feel free to do that. Don't have to show your face, but you can call in and let us know what's going on. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? And man, there's a lot of things that are going on right now in the world of AI and technology. And specifically, we're talking about the Grok AI chatbot. If you're not familiar, it is out, and I'm going to let Trey dive deeper into that so he could give you a bit more info on what's going on.
Yeah. Grok AI. If you haven't heard of it, it's Elon's version, Elon Musk's version of a chatbot, of ChatGPT, of all the other platforms that you've been, messing around with. This is Elon's version, okay? And it was developed by his company X AI. So
Mm.
that one's probably going to the moon too. Who knows? But basically, y'all, it uses AI technology to basically engage in natural conversations with users, offering a range of features, including content generation,
Mm,
language translation, and question answering. All right, and it stands out for the ability to basically be able to access real time information through the X platform, formerly known as
mm,
Twitter, to make sure that you're getting like literally up to date and relevant responses. So that's how it's working there. Some of the key things is, like I said, real time knowledge. So it's using the X platform to get that knowledge. Y'all know the people who use X, they use it all day, real time type of stuff. So it's literally, hey, if it just happened, it knows it because it's using that. So who knows?
mm,
It has the personality, a witty personality, right? So they designed it with that. Multitasking capabilities, so it can handle multiple queries and tasks simultaneously and get it done. Content generation, so it can assist in creating different types of content, from marketing copy to product descriptions and
mm,
data analysis. So
mhm,
using machine learning for those complex data and analysis and predictive modeling, and then customizable tone. So it can
mm,
adapt its personality to basically fit different needs, business needs and context. So, if you
mm,
need to be a little more studious, it can do that. Or if you're trying to be laid back and chill, it can do that as well. So interesting stuff. I haven't got a chance to actually mess with this, so we'll see. But basically, here's the reason why. Normally, Grok AI is currently available to X Premium Plus members,
mm,
subscribers, which it normally costs $16 a month, and it was initially limited to the U.S., but now it's the UK and other English speaking countries. So the
mhm,
service is being rolled out right now. So we'll see. Anyways, um, looks like Grok AI is looking to compete directly with other AI chat bots like ChatGPT, offering a unique blend of real time information and access to more provocative personality. So they're going with the other
mhm.
side, um, probably talk crazy to you. I don't, I bet not. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Like,
Uh,
what'd you say, Grok?
Now, nonetheless, though, this is what they are saying. Grok AI is for sure a strong competitor to ChatGPT, and it gives unique features that challenges OpenAI's chatbot. So I don't know. While it's not yet surpassing GPT-4, it has demonstrated impressive capabilities and distinctive strengths. So I don't know. We'll see. I have to test it out. I have no clue. I just know what the logo looks like, and I know that it was made by Elon. Which, remember,
Hmm.
if you remember, Elon was a part of early on with ChatGPT. They just kind of,
Fell out.
um, yeah, it kind of fell out. So but he might have went in on this tool so they can make sure that it is top notch. But we all know Elon is dividing time between a few different monstrous companies. So
Mm.
his mind might not necessarily be all the way in on this one. Like there's our ChatGPT. They just released, or they are releasing, what, 14 days of new rollouts and stuff like that. So that's all they focus on. So that's the one
Mm.
thing about that. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, we'll definitely do that. And I'm gonna go to the comments section. We got Oris in the building. She said, "Good morning, all."
Hey, hey,
Good
good
morning,
morning.
Oris. I'm laughing at OTTO. He says, Elon told Sam, anything you can do, I can do better. Uh, I
That's what
can
he
do
said.
anything better than you. And
He literally said it.
and then Techo Shroud says, I got a video I'm debating putting out about AI versus IG influencer as well. Elon
Interesting.
also works 120 hours a week. Yeah, I think he lives there in SpaceX. I don't think he moves anyplace else. It's either that or the Tesla hub. So
Yeah.
yeah, like he might be the real robot. We talked about Ty being a
Okay.
robot. He might be like, you know what? I already made a clone of myself. It's an android. It does what I tell it to do, and I duplicated myself. So I'm very productive. But yeah, no, I think that in regards to a couple of things that you mentioned was the users. That
Yeah.
thing that popped out to me. I see the idea of trying to get people to become X premium subscribers. Would it backfire? I mean, how many people are? I mean, I remember a lot of people saying that they're leaving X to go to a new competitor. I forgot the name of it. If you know the name of that new social media platform that kind of rivals X, put it in the chat. I heard people that are moving there. Is this a way to reclaim people and get them back to X? And price at $16 per month. How many people would pay $16 a month to get access to Grok? Oh, Blue
So
Sky. Yeah, Blue Sky. Yep, Techo Trout just put it there. Blue Sky. People I heard are migrating there. I haven't checked it out for myself. Sad to say, I haven't been on Threads yet, but people are making that transition over to Blue Sky for some people. I see
I
it.
don't know, bro.
I don't. That's the thing. Like that barrier to get access to it. I don't know if people would rush over there. Some people would.
I don't know if it's gonna be. I don't know if it's gonna be that like that always. I think maybe that was just
Okay.
like the first people who had access to it, is the people who were on there. But
Okay.
I think they're gonna roll it out.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm looking at is like, okay,
Yeah,
once it gets rolled out, then I'll be able to kind of give a little bit more of a thought process on the differences. It sounds like it'd be a little cheeky, which might be fun. Talking to an AI, and the AI is like, "Are you sure you want to talk about that?" Like, of course I do. Like, I think you might want to do better. Ty
change it.
says spill. Uh, yeah, yeah. I think that oh wait, actually elaborate on that, Ty. I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. I don't want to
Like
assume.
maybe that's one of the apps.
Oh, okay. Okay, got you.
Maybe yeah, that's an app.
Okay, yeah, I gotta look into that then. And then Teco Ralph says, sounds like people are going to Blue Sky is more for political hurt feelings. I see, I see. So that might have just been fake news that they would put out there in regards to people making that transition. It's time to amplify a black-owned social media platform. So Spill is a platform as well that
Put it
may
out there.
that that may be also on the rise as well. So we could definitely talk about that for sure, and talk about other social media platforms that are on the rise. And I know Tech Coach Ralph, you're going to be putting out a video about AI versus IG influencers. Um, that could expound to other social media platforms as well. So, but yeah, I would love to see it compared to Grok AI and see how it looks and so on and so forth.
That's funny. Tech Coach Ralph. I'm
Yeah,
I might have to let you know when I get done. I'm working on like an AI, just trying to see how that stuff works.
yeah,
Um, as far as that, so I don't know. I might hit you up when I'm finished with it. But yeah, it's an interesting space out there right now, man.
yeah,
You know, you connect a few different things, and you have I don't know 11 labs. Um, what else? I can't remember. It's another one as well. It's really interesting out there right now when it comes to that. So I'd be interested to know too. Are
mm,
AI influencers killing these real ones? And what does that mean for the consumers? Like, are they
mm-hmm,
actually, do they care? Do, like, I know it's a talking point, like, oh, we want real people, but do they really, or do they just want the news, or do they just want the information? Um,
mm-hmm.
Interesting things there.
Yeah, especially when AI, the people that are in charge of these AI influencers, they're basically like, whatever you want, I can make it happen. And so it
Yeah,
kind of creeps into the fantasy of those that are talking to them and say, hey, do this, do that. And they're like, sure.
yeah, it'll do
And
it.
then,
That's what it
yeah.
was. Hey Jen, Hey Jen and 11 Labs. Y'all should check
Mm,
those out.
mm. Yeah, so check those out for sure. We have Elevate to the Unknown that says that's why long form content is king.
This
Good
dude
point.
knows. This dude
Yeah,
knows. Long form, you can't beat it, man. When people spend a certain amount of time with you, it's just you can't compete with that.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
difference there.
yeah, absolutely. And then tech coach Ralph said, short answer, yes, and they care. They claim to be losing a lot of money to AI. Okay. Definitely. Let me know when that video drops. I'll share it to my community tab.
Hmm.
Want to make sure that people get a chance to check that out. And always will be king. Elevate to the unknown
Long form.
says a real authenticity. That is true. You know, so you know what I think. Just this made me think about probably and I'm gonna actually check it up right now as we're talking, but the largest episode, that the one that we all know about, the Cat Williams episode, that had garnered so many views, I believe it's around 88 million views at this particular
Mm.
point. What was a big thing about that was it it basically kind of conveyed a level of authenticity and excuse me, 85 million, still a lot. But it conveyed it was first of all long form, that's one, but it conveyed a level of authenticity that people haven't seen in a long time. He was authentic to who he was, right? And so there's going to be a more desire and craving for that as we continue to grow in this technological age. And that's one of the things that we see in a lot of these movies that are even talking about AI, is that, man, it's trying to make itself seem real, but man, we need that real human connection. Um, I won't see the movie, so that I won't spoil it for somebody. But there's a movie I watched recently where they were trying to disconnect this AI because it was starting to kind of get too, too real. And what it ended up doing was, it in order for them to stop it, it pulled on the heartstrings of one of the individuals by taking their deceased father, gathering all the information that they can, and putting him on a screen and saying, "Hey, baby, it's me." Like, hey, don't disconnect me. How you can disconnect your dad? And like it,
Ain't no way.
and then the person literally, like, fighting back tears, had to say, "This is not you." Disconnected it and was able to
I
move
wouldn't.
on.
I wouldn't have been fighting back no tears. I know it ain't you. Get
Yeah.
your butt out.
Yeah, but it was one of those things because her father in the movie was everything to her. And
Yeah,
so, like,
yeah,
she ended up watching old videos and stuff like that while he was there. And so the AI knew that, and the AI was able to convey the person, not like in a video, like they were having a conversation back and forth,
yeah.
talking about, oh yeah, I remember when you scraped your knee and all this different stuff when you were like those type of things. Uh, the authentic, even though it seemed real, because she knew it wasn't real, she was able to make that disconnection and be like, you know what, this is not real. Click. And so people are gonna be craving authenticity more and more as they're
Hmm.
getting more and more fake stuff. So yeah.
No, that's a
um
fact.
yeah, definitely one that we could talk about. But listen, y'all, we're about to wrap up the show very soon, but if you do want to call in, I'll let you know again. You could call into the show. We definitely would love to hear from you about any of these particular topics. But go ahead, the link is right here. So if you feel a desire to call in, do not be afraid. We are here, and you could call into the show. I'll give you a few more minutes before we wrap up. But yeah, if you any more, I don't know if you have any more top thoughts on this topic before we move on to our last segment, but uh if you do, let me know, Trey.
No, man. We'll just see, but we'll see what happens. I don't really know. For me, I just test them out. Sometimes I think that's why is they have such a variety already. People gravitate to different platforms or different
Hmm.
um, software for all different types of reasons, right? Oh, I
Yeah.
just love the way the UI looks, like I love the way the page looks or the color scheme. Like people have all different reasons. So I don't know. I haven't used it. I'll see. Like I'll check it out for sure. But
Hmm.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see what it does, or it just might be another contender. And Elon, because of his big name, he's able to again get a larger part of the market just because of distribution. Which remember, I'm almost positive that was the reason he bought X. When
Mm.
if you have distribution, you
Yeah.
win. Like
Yeah.
this guy, if you go and look at how many followers he has on there. Like, come on now,
Mm.
he got more
Hmm.
followers. Like it's crazy. But again, so now you build like you go and buy this platform. You have more followers than anybody on the platform. Anytime you post something, instant distribution, including with this Grok AI. So those are the things. Those are the plays that he thought about. I'm sure when he was purchasing it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an instant winner or it's going to be up there. He's going to make money. So we'll see. We'll
Hmm.
see what happens with it. Is it really going to be good?
Yeah. And around October 3rd, allegedly, it was reported he has over 200 million followers on
Yeah,
X.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
again, instant distribution. Anything
yeah.
that he needs, like he can literally. I just dropped a new hat. Boom,
Yeah.
200 million, and he
Yeah.
it's his platform, so I can literally make it go out to everybody. Like, I'm not going to throttle myself. I'm going out to everybody.
And to put in perspective, almost what is that? Almost 2/3 of the United States, right? So
Look at
that's
that.
that's a lot. That's a lot. Uh, that's a lot. So
Paid a
yeah,
pretty penny for it.
yeah, 334 right now. 334 or 335 if you want to keep it straight. Million people in the United States. He has 200 million followers. So that's a that heavy who wears a crown, right?
Yeah.
So last but not least, y'all, thank you so much for rocking with us. We normally conclude with the brown box special. If you're not familiar with that, that's basically when there's someone story, I should say, of someone either getting fired, let go, or quitting their job. And we're here to share in the pain because, listen, we've either all been there or seen it from someone we know. And we want to humanize this process and also share. If it is humorous, that we do laugh at our pain. And if it's something that is reflective, we do say, man, we could learn from this. But we have a story here where this person was working with a new employee that had been working for about a month at the company. Um, she said, I was known as a good trainer. So when I so I had this new fellow that was a son of a good friend of the boss's, check that out, transferred to my crew, I was a little skeptical. Over the next 3 days, I had to repeatedly show this individual how to do things correctly and spend considerable time explaining how accuracy was important. But by noon on the fourth day, uh, I was again explaining that he was not doing the job properly. And he shot back something along the lines of, who cares? And this person, XYZ, won't let you fire me. At that point, I told him
Mhm.
to collect his equipment and he was finished. As we were working away from the office, I put him on the next plane out of there. Had to wait 2 days for a replacement. And actually thought I might hear about firing one of the boss's friends, like I did. Only thing I heard was if he couldn't learn from you, he was hopeless. It was
Mm,
the only time in my entire working career that I ever fired a person on spot rather than wait for the end of day to pay, end of the day or pay period. But yeah, the audacity to think like, hey, because I know X, Y, and Z, you can't fire me. Listen, you got to do the job. you
yeah,
gotta, you at least try. If you're not trying,
he
then
was
that's just
young.
young and dumb, right?
Yeah, he didn't understand. He didn't understand the point of his like. He didn't understand his nepotism that he had. Okay, it wasn't.
Hmm.
You ain't direct nepotism, bro. Like you are a friend of the father. Like now, if it was your father, you know, it might have been a little different. I don't know, but
Hmm.
you're the friend's father's son. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I was just helping him out. If he can't learn from you, get him out of there. Cool.
Yeah.
I gave him a shot. So, but yeah, I mean, I actually thought that story was going a totally different direction. Like I thought you was about to say she was training him, then she got fired and he took over, not knowing nothing, not knowing how to do
Hmm.
anything, because that does happen. You
Yeah.
know, that's a part of that type of behavior there as well. But I'm glad that for one, even though she was nervous, she had the you know what? I'm not standing for this. This dude is
Hmm.
trash. Okay. And he's not trying to learn. And then he's gonna try and threaten me and tell me that Dave is not gonna let me fire him.
Mm.
Check this out. Get your stuff right now. You're
You,
done.
you are a participant in the Brown Box special. Uh,
Excommunicado, man.
yeah, literally didn't even wait. It was like
No.
lunchtime. She's like, "Nah, you can't be here any longer. I need you to pack your stuff and go."
Yeah.
I think that says a lot, and the reason why I thought this would be a good story to bring up is like, listen, it don't matter who you are.
Mm-mm.
You're not safe. You have to do your best first and foremost, um, and learn that relationships can get you so far in this time and age. And again, alluding to that conversation that we had with before the billions on the show and how his journey was. He was very big, and he still is a big believer in education, and so am I. But what he said that really allowed him to get a job after 6 months of searching was really boosting his social media presence, boosting the events that he went to, his rec being also participating in different things, being turning it also into public speaking and building a brand in that area. And that all this all that
Recognizability,
recognizability, right? And
if that's a
so
word.
that's the word, right? And then let me stop here, but we got a friend of the show. It's been a while, man. Nikolai,
Hey.
Nikolai Bennett is it? He said it has to do with desire. He had no desire to do the work. That
No,
is
he just
a fact.
thought it was a free ride. Oh, I know the person who owns the company, so let me get
Yeah,
in. But you know, like you were saying, if you want to keep going, some good stuff, man. You gotta put in the work.
yeah,
The relationship just gets you in the door. Who you are as the individual, your personality, your work ethic, your ability to make things happen, um, your creative ability, right?
yeah.
All of that stuff goes into how far you go from there.
Hmm.
Person can only put you in position. You got to make it. You know what I mean? You got to make it happen. So yeah, obviously that's why I said he had to be young. He didn't understand the assignment, right?
Hmm.
When someone puts you in a space or in a spot, you need to show up. Not just for you. Like that's the other side of it. Not just for you. You need to show up, but for that other individual. They stuck their reputation out on you. They
Yeah.
stuck their neck out for you, not for you to come in there and not do nothing or think it was a free ride, free ticket, free lunch. Like, no.
Hmm.
Now you messed up that person's ability to, you know, like now I don't want to, I ain't bringing nobody else in. Forget this. You messed it
Yeah.
up. I've
I've
seen it happen.
I've seen it happen too, and that's what I was. Yeah, the exact point I was trying to make is that networking. Even if you're relying on networking, which we do need to rely more heavily
Oh,
nowadays,
for
you got to
sure.
deliver because there's a friend of mine at an old job who said she doesn't refer anybody ever again because
That's
she
what
had a
happens.
close friend of hers that she referred to a company that she worked at, and she was embarrassed. I think her boss even came to her and said, "Hey, where'd you find this person?"
Man.
It was that embarrassing. So it's really one of those things where you have to deliver. Oh, Nikolai, I appreciate what you said, man. He said America's best morning show. Oh
I
man,
appreciate that.
means a lot when you say that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we gotta definitely appreciate that. They said LinkedIn has updated the comments area, so it's easy to add comments. Thank you, LinkedIn,
Yeah.
for
Good
not
deal.
settling on was it settling on your laurels? Is that what it is? Or just
Sitting.
sitting on your laurels?
Yeah.
you you decided to expand that and improve that. So we definitely appreciate you, LinkedIn, for doing that. But yeah, this is a good conversation in regards to understanding that networking is powerful, but it's not enough. You have to deliver once you arrive, and you have to show up. But yes, that's been our show for today. I just want to say thank you to everybody that participated and was able to share. Also, he brought up a point. He didn't want to do the work. He was probably told that he could take the job. When a parent is involved, there's usually no desire, no drive. Absolutely. Thank you so much, man. I definitely appreciate it. Um, yeah. So what could else be said about that? That it's so true. It's so true. We have to get it for ourselves. But yes, I want to again say thank you so much for everybody who decided to go ahead and join us on the show, man. There's a few of you. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Reese, thank you so much. It's a great show, guys. We appreciate it
Yes. Thank you.
so much. And if you are not aware, we are a part of the Live Podcast Network, as you can see right here at the Live Podcast Network. If you go ahead and go to the show, you can go ahead and see other leaders and speakers in the space, various spaces, I should say. And there's even those that talk about neurodiversity, others that are talking about finance, cyber, a few other areas of topics that I think you might find interesting from Black and Brown creators that are doing it in their respective fields. So go ahead, check it out. If you want to support us, you can definitely subscribe to it right here. If you want to support us also, and you feel like this is a great show, share it with somebody else as well that might find these topics of interest. So we definitely want to get the word out. We want to see if we get to that. We're roughly close to 800,000 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers
He said
by next
800,000.
year. Yeah. I'm jumping it. I'm pushing it, y'all, because we have
Yeah.
such a great
Yeah.
following. People that rock with us. Let's
Yeah.
get. And I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about because I'm talking about the YouTube page here. We have youtube.com / at Talk That Tech Show, right? We are getting close to again 800 something subscribers. I'm going to jump the gun and say let's get up to 1,000. Let's get to 1,000. We want to get there. So that way we can Yep, we're at 757, y'all. We're at
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
757. And I
Let's
appreciate
get it.
that. Let's get the show up to at least 800 by the end of this year, but 1,000 early next year. We can do it.
For sure.
We can do it. All of us together, we could definitely get that done. So
That's for sure.
let's get her done. Let's get it done. And like Ty Smith says, download the Alive Podcast Network app so you could see. You can also subscribe there, and also you could support our show that way as well. So if you want to support our show, these are the two ways that we're asking from you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Subscribe, join the Alive Podcast Network, download the app, and you can support our show that way. And as I mentioned, it is Black woman owned. Yes, it
Yes.
is
Yes.
Black woman
Yes.
owned.
Yes.
Angel Lives. She is the owner of it, and so we want to support as well. So that's pretty dope. And thank you so much for that. Well, yes,
Extremely.
y'all. Thank you so much again for joining us on this episode of Talk That Tech. My name is Joseph M. Smith, and we got Trey on the ones and twos. But thank you so much for joining us again on Talk That Tech. The
Number one tech morning show in the world. We're gonna see y'all next week, baby.
Yes, peace and elbow grease.